Well guys, this could be the end of my Turo side hustle. I had a guest book the car, short notice. I think he wanted 4 or 5 days. Picked it up as planned, no issues. Sends me a message a few hours later asking if the traction control is broken, and I'll post that here. Apparently he's up in the mountains, probably trying to get up very steep hills, and the car is struggling. Well, there's nothing wrong with the traction control as far as I know. This is a compact hybrid with 99 horsepower. It's not a 4x4, it's not a pickup truck, it's not a modern SUV. This car is 10 years old. It has all season tires, not winter tires. You have to use your best judgment when booking a car like that if you want to go through the mountains. He asked to return it. Told him go through the formal process. Turo agreed. Now they're forcing a full safety check on me. Luckily, I'm due for an oil change. I'm gonna try to have them sign this off at Grease Monkey with no extra cost. But even though this car is running really well, I got a feeling they're gonna tell me I need to get X, Y, and Z before they can sign this off. And if it's anything over probably $200, I'm not doing it. I knew this car wasn't gonna last forever on Turo, but we'll have to see what they say. Okay, so far so good. I did pull into Grease Monkey. They do not do the full inspection there. They recommended Brakes Plus, which is just right across the street here. They will do it, and the good news is they're having half off sales today of all oil changes. So I'm looking at a full oil change, which is usually 80 bucks for only 40. And it's going to include the inspection. Really nice guy. I was looking over the list. It doesn't seem too strenuous at all. They're not strict. I'm hoping this ends well. Okay, so I got the report back from Brakes Plus. Everything passed with the exception of the front tires. The tread is running a little low. I came home to look at my records. I just got those tires replaced last August. So what's that, August? 16 months ago. I still have all the paperwork for them. They're under warranty for 65,000 miles, and I've only put on 30,000 miles. So I called him, I'm like, hey, these are still under warranty. What can be done? He's like, well, we got to take a look at them, take our own measurements, and then go from there. I'm assuming that they're gonna call me out for not rotating these tires, which is recommended every 7,000 miles. I never rotated them, possibly voiding the warranty, but I'm gonna see if anything can be done. I'm really just expecting them to get out of this warranty any way they can, but we'll see what happens. All right, so I'm walking out of Firestone now, just as suspected. They immediately said without the rotations and an alignment, the warranty is voided. I pushed back a little bit saying, you really think I would have got another 30,000 miles out of these tires if I would have rotated them? Obviously they worn out prematurely. We went back and forth a little bit. He's given me somewhat of a deal. 2 new tires and a rotation and alignment. It's gonna be 240 bucks. I think that's fair enough. It's gonna get me back on the road with Turo. My only concern is that the next person who rents the car can easily just say the same thing. They don't feel safe, and then Turo might just again say, hey, get another safety check. I can't go through this once a month. What I'm going to start doing on Turo is just messaging these people as soon as they book, saying, hey, just as a heads up, this is a small hybrid. It has limitations, even though that's already in the description. I think crisis averted for now. I can recoup that 240 in half a month on Turo, and then I'll be profitable again. Sold a few more items on eBay. First up is gonna be a hat that I found at a garage sale a couple months ago. San Francisco Giants. I tried to list this for about 15 bucks, lowered the price several times. It finally went for $9.10. I only paid $2 for this, so maybe I'll make a buck or so. Next up, I sold a TV stand, 2 inserts that came with the new TV that I mounted on the wall. I almost threw these away, but then I looked them up and saw they had value. Seriously, these almost went in the trash. I'm glad I looked them up. 20-something dollars. They're pretty light, so they're gonna ship out maybe in first class or really low priority mail. I sold a Pikachu toy. I bought 10 of these probably last year, and I initially had another 10 of a different character. He sold well, but for whatever reason, Pikachu is not selling well at all. I'll put the price up now. I'm barely making like 5 cents on this, which I'm happy with because I'm recouping like $5 for the cost of that, so that's totally fine. Let me see what else I sold. I thought there was another item. Yeah, that's gonna be it. I sold a Geodude toy, but I actually just shipped him out yesterday. He went for like $9.20. I'll just post a picture. But that was everything that sold. Let's get back to side hustling. Guys, it's gonna be a busy day of side hustles today. I'm heading over to the last ranch now. I had an Airbnb guest check out about 30 minutes ago. Just gotta go clean the linens and clean up around the house a little bit. I'm also gonna try to paint one wall in the garage. I was able to paint a wall yesterday, doing a little bit each day. The house is damn near completely booked for this month. I was not expecting that. Great news, but it just doesn't leave me a lot of time to do the last couple little projects I wanted to do there. There isn't much left, but still a little bit of work to be done. After that, I might try to go to Goodwill, look for a few things to resell. I have more junk to list on eBay. I'm gonna be parting with some of my older retro games I don't need anymore. Aside from that, we'll see where the day takes us. So one thing about Airbnb that I'm realizing is I'm really relying on these guest communication. I've been chatting with this guest all morning, really nice girl, super responsive. She's like, yeah, we're leaving shortly. That was an hour and a half ago. I figured I could just come here now. I'm about a 20-minute drive away. Well, no response. After like 20 minutes, I call them. She's like, yeah, we're actually leaving in about 10 or 15 minutes. So I'm not really sure what the delay was, but good thing I asked. I really want to minimize any contact with these guests for COVID reasons, and I want to respect their privacy too. I think I do see their car that they arrived in. It's parked like 2 houses away from mine. I'm not sure why they parked it there, and I can see it from here, which is nice. So I'll be able to see as soon as they leave. I got my phone. I can take care of a couple calls and film this clip. Okay, so they finally left. I was able to get in there and clean. So maybe I'll have some footage of that in this video, just a quick clip. I did make it back down here into the nerd lair. I sold a few items. I sold this Super Mario 64 cartridge, inserts. It does have the manual, the box, complete. This went for $95. It was time to part with it while it's still pretty expensive. Next up, I did sell another letter, World War II letter, and I sold several of these, I think 3 or 4 over the last couple of days. I'm trying to list all of these now. They go between $5.50, $5.60. I'll post those pictures. But I did sell 2 more Xbox 360 games, a couple of Guitar Hero titles, and they went for $8.50. Actually, I don't think they're Xbox 360. They are PS3 games. Guitar Hero, Aerosmith, and World Tour, $8.50. Since I'm here, I have a bunch of stuff that's unlisted on this shelf. Some baby products, random junk, and some of my wife's old clothes she was gonna donate. I figured why not? Since eBay is giving me like 200 free listings a month, I might as well just throw it up and see if I get any bites. That was all of my sales. I listed a couple things on the Facebook Marketplace, but they're not getting much attention there. For example, I tried listing these Pikachus for $6 each. These are brand new, obviously. They're just not getting many views, so we'll see what happens with those. But in the meantime, I'm getting these things packed up and ready to go. All right, I'm gonna head to the last ranch now. Before I get there, I'm gonna go to King Soopers and drop off this package. It's just one, so I didn't wanna call out the postal clerk for one package on a week that's going to be pretty busy for them. Of course, if I get any more sales tonight, I'll have to schedule a pickup. But I got time. I can just drop that off in a blue box. I have an Airbnb guest leaving. They were only there 2 nights. I'm hoping it's not a huge mess. But I'm going to show you guys what I do as far as cleaning. Just loading up the car now. I grab tools and stuff because when I have linens in the wash, I do my various little house projects. Let's get going. So I'm at the house now. I'm trying to clarify if this guest actually left or not. Of course, I can always go up to the door and see if the key is there, or use my key to get in to see if they're actually in there. I don't want to do that at all. One thing I don't like about this app, I wish there was something in the app that they can click when they check out to give me an alert saying they've left. This guest was pretty responsive, but I'm asking if he was able to check out and getting nothing. All right, I'm just gonna walk up there, see if the key is there. Yes, the key is here, which should mean they are gone. Housekeeping. Hello. I'm gonna give you guys an exact view of what I do. Hello. I like to walk around and make sure no one's here first. Well, they didn't trash it. Which is good. Looks like they used both beds. That's gonna be a double linen day. Still gotta look in the basement, make sure no one's in there. Sometimes they leave stuff here and I can use it if it's sealed. What is this? Chocolate cookies. I can eat those. Something like this liquor, it kills me, but I have to pour that out. I just can't risk it if it was on someone's lips or not. But look at that. You got 4 beers. This looks amazing. Again, kills me, but I can't touch that with COVID. Looks like they only took one little bite, one little piece. This actually looks untouched, but again, has to go in the trash, unfortunately. Some burritos, probably throw those out too. Pretty clean overall, a lot of trash. Looks like the dishes in the dishwasher are clean. They didn't smoke in here, which is nice of them. I have a no smoking policy. Pretty much every guest has broken that policy. Let me just clear the basement. Make sure no one's hiding down here. I don't know why they would. Plenty of space in this basement. This is actually going to be my money maker of the future. Still debating on if I want to just throw up some drywall and get another single room, or do the full shebang and finish out the entire basement with a kitchenette. So right now what I need to do is get 1 load of linens in the wash immediately. And that is going to be towels, sheets, pillowcases, the blankets, will not fit in that load. Okay, with all that in, I usually take off my mask now and then shift my focus to the bathrooms. I like to get those out of the way just because they're the smallest rooms. Usually they're not too dirty. Well guys, this is the not so sexy part of real estate investing. For now, I'm gonna gather all the trash and take it out. How much these people drank? There's only 2 of them for 2 days. Crown, and a 750. I'm gonna shift my focus to the dishes now. So I got a good handle on most of the cleaning in there. As I'm waiting on that load to finish washing, I just painted this stair a couple days ago. Previous owner left a bunch of paint here. So instead of letting it go to waste, I've been working on this garage. And now that this is nice and fresh, I'm gonna be laying out some of this grip tape. Okay, so that's the finished product right there. I'm so happy I was able to use this. I bought this years ago for my stairs at my primary residence and just had this left over. I think that looks pretty good. A lot better than before. What do you guys think? All right, that's looking good. Let me go check on this load of linens here. I really need to get these in the dryer. They'll take the full hour to dry. It's 12:30 now. The next guest is arriving exactly at 2. She was pushing check-in early. I told her there's no way, please do not come early. Okay, these are done. Let me get these in the dryer. And the blanket's going in the wash. This washing machine is only gonna fit 1 blanket, so I'll have to tell these guests, hey, I don't know if you're using the second queen bed or not, but the blanket's gonna be in the dryer for it. I've been doing that lately. It hasn't been a big problem. The only alternative around that is to buy 2 sets of blankets and linens. I really don't want to do that. Let's see what else we got to do. All right, everything looks clean. I'm getting out of here. I told the inbound guest that the towels and the blankets are not dry, and there's another blanket in the washing machine. She hasn't responded yet. I don't think she'll care, but it was a big load of laundry. I can't stay here any longer, and she wants to check in, so what can I do? So I made it back here down to the nerd lair. Before I got home, I did pop into Goodwill. Just a quick 20-minute trip, which is actually pretty hard to do for me. Sometimes I spend like 45 minutes or an hour in there and leave with nothing. I really got to get better at just popping in. But while I was there, I found this pair of Chuck Taylor Converse. This is the Grateful Dead edition. They're size 11. I'm not sure about the year on this. I looked these up on eBay while I was there. People are trying to sell them for $124. There's not many active listings, and there really is not any in sold listings either. So I'm not sure what these might go for. I might try to get 70 or 75. They weren't cheap. Goodwill had them for $16.99. These are super clean though. I thought I was gonna have to come home and wipe these down, but there's really nothing to wipe. There's a couple really light spots on the white canvas here. I'm gonna sell them as used, but they are super clean. Size 11, I think I can probably fit in these if I did need to keep them for whatever reason. A couple days ago, I found a few Star Wars items in the toy section. This large C-3PO, it is a toy case. It's actually vintage from 1983. It's not worth a ton, but it was only $5. I really try not to buy large items like this because I don't have much luck. Shipping really kills it. But this is super clean, really nice condition. I do see sold listings of these going for 45 to 50. Gonna try to put that on eBay. Also found this other Star Wars toy. This is from 2015, much newer. It is still new, but the box has some damage. This only goes for like 14 bucks on eBay. I paid $4 for it. I put it on the Facebook Marketplace. I think I have it up for 10. Gonna see if I get any bites. This was really surprising. This Star Wars vintage Bendums. Brand new, still sealed. It's from 1993. This was, I think, $6. I didn't even look it up while I was there. I just assumed it was going to be worth 35, 45 or more. These are only going for 25. After shipping, not making much on this at all. It's kind of surprising they're so low in value. But not everything that has Star Wars on it is worth money. So that's perfectly fine. I'm trying to put this on Facebook Marketplace too, but that's not the best location or the best platform for action figures. So that was all I found at Goodwill. That's the week of my side hustles. Leave a comment below. Hit that thumbs up button. I'll see you next time. Bye.